Salutes, salutes. Welcome to the Real Big Fruit Podcast. I am your host, Big Fruit. The Michael Jordan of recording early in the morning. Top of the morning, peoples. How y'all doing out there? Y'all see the title, the LG story behind the scenes, what we didn't mention. 456, aka 450 WIC. First and foremost, let me start by saying this episode comes with some controversy. And it only comes with controversy because I am who I am, and the people that I'm going to mention are who they are. And I recall back maybe 18 months, maybe 2 years ago or whatever, when I was being dragged on YouTube by people that came out of 456. And I let them go. And I didn't respond because I knew one day it was going to come to this. I held off as long as I could. I even had personal conversations with others who inquired about certain people from 456. And I was like, yo, I can't talk about them. And they like, why? I'm like, because of the situation involving me and those people you want to inquire about. And if I was to talk about them and I say certain things, I'm going to be a hater. I'm going to be the villain. But in all reality, the things that I'm going to mention are the truth. So when I was being dragged on YouTube and slandered, I just sat back and said, he who laughs, laugh. He who laughs last, laughs the best. And I'm going to get my laugh on right now with this episode because everything I'm about to say is so true. Everything I'm about to say is legendary stories in LG or legendary rumors in LG. But it is what it is. And this is the LG story behind the scenes. What we didn't mention, 456, aka 450 WIC. Now, here we go. Now, first of all, I can't mention 456, aka 450 WIC, but I'll describe the history of this building. This was the Carter in LG. And when I say that, it was more like, remember how they had the welfare hotels in New York City? You had one in Lower Manhattan. We had one in Brooklyn called the Granada Hotel. That was woo, man. But the 456 was reminiscent of that shit because for some reason it just felt like it was the worst building in the projects when we was going through our hard times. And when I say we, I mean us as a whole, black people. 456 just stood out. And there was a lot going on in that building, man. A lot. And I'm going to start with my upbringing and my knowing of 456. Like I told you, I lived in 325. And 325, I had a window that faced Classen Avenue. And I used to watch, rest in peace, Big On, Mitchell Rose and his little crew run up and down Classen Avenue to go see one of them shot with the hook. Rest in peace, one of them shot Kemp. Word, that was the guard. He gave all those dudes knowledge himself. He had all those dudes in Midtown. Shot with the hook was taking money, riding bikes, acting crazy. He needs his own story. Word to brother. But anyway, I noticed that Midtown run. They was all ripping and running going to Midtown. I noticed them on the come up. But Mitchell Rose, he was more like the ringleader. But he came from the school of 456. Yeah. Mitchell Rose, aka Big Un, he wrote a book called The Man Who Knocked Out Butterbean and Now He Gotta Fight These Mean Streets. For those who don't know, Big Un was a heavyweight boxer and a heavyweight champ. He fought Butterbean in the ring, he beat him. he fought Mike Tyson in Sugar Hill, he sued him. Un was a funny motherfucker. But anyway, Un wrote that book, and in his book, he described his upbringing in LG and with the Midtown run. He's described similar to what I just described him running behind Shaquem. But he mentioned running behind the legendary Oz and Tarzan out of all 56 in LG. Now, Oz and Tarzan, they was out the house first. They was in Midtown, taking Midtown money, diamonds, robberies, elevator robberies, whatever, jewelry store. They was in it to win it early when they was teens. They are the first in and out of Spofford with the LG shit, right? Oz, Tarzan, Lil Gary, you know what I'm saying? They was legendary out of 456 in the early 80s with that shit as shorties. And they did some things. Shout out to Gary, his brother Cooley. Rest in peace to their mama Rita. Rest in peace to their brother Elton. We gonna get to Elton. And rest in peace to Lil Zeke. We gonna get to him as well. But anyway, in Unbook, he described how Oz and Tarzan brung all them niggas out the house, showed them niggas the ropes in Midtown and shit. But what he threw everybody for a loop in the book is when he said, it's in the book, do your homework. Don't believe everything you hear and only believe half of what you read. But he wrote this in his book. He said it was a time when Ozzy and Tarzan told them niggas to just go crazy in Midtown, do what they do, rob whoever the fuck they want. But said they threw him for a loop when they told him, if somebody rob y'all, tell the police. This is early, man. Them niggas been telling since they was kids. So said he said that shit in the book. And when I read that shit just jumped off the paper to me. I was like, oh shit. So describes how he had to raise up off them niggas and do his own thing. So that's how became Big with his own crew in Midtown. Because he got away from Oz and Tarzan. And when I read that shit about Oz and Tarzan, it was like, what the fuck? But lo and behold, he has some truth to that shit. And we gonna get to that. Well, anyway, like I was saying, they was in Midtown, tearing Midtown up early. Oz, Tarzan, Gary, you know what I'm saying? They was legendary in the projects for that shit. Coming out of 456. Then I mentioned, rest in peace, Elton. Elton was a gay, even tranny, you could say, man in LG. And Elton is a legend in LG. A lot of motherfuckers then got beat up by Elton. Elton maybe 2-3 generations above me, so I don't got all the names who he put the fisticuffs on. But one thing I will say about this, right? I learned early. I don't care if a dude got feminine ways. I don't care if a dude hang out with a bunch of chicks all day. And you know kids can be the meanest motherfuckers in the world. I don't care if we grew up growing him. Oh, he's a girl. Oh, he be switching. He gay. He a F and all that. You know, I don't want to use the F word. I don't care about none of that because I learned early. When we did that shit as a child to Sean, a.k.a. Eric Ravel, my boy Jamie, little bro, I learned early. When we did that shit to Lil Sean and he bust world ass, I learned early. I don't care. He's still a man. And also what I learned is if he whip your ass, you could never downlive that shit. So leave them motherfuckers alone. I learned that shit early. When it comes to them motherfuckers, keep your mouth shut or be ready for some smoke because them motherfuckers is disrespectful with their mouth and some of them niggas can use their hands. And when it came to Elton, Elton knew how to use his hands. It's legendary stories in the projects about Elton. And Elton was a Midtown motherfucker too. Remember, Gary is little brother. Gary was running with Oz and Charles and Elton was out there doing his too in Midtown doing what he do. So Elton took money. Elton is legendary in LG, man. Don't get it fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of legendary rumors in LG, boy, when it come to Elton. A lot of legendary rumors in LG when it come to Elton. A lot of dudes from them generations, man, was playing with Elton in them back exits and shit. Yeah. Yeah, I did my homework. See, I told y'all this day would come. This day would come. I did my homework. One of the legendary stories is Elton cut that nigga Tarzan in his face at the Carson Avenue train station. Why? We never knew why. You understand what I'm saying? We never knew why. But it's a legendary story how Elton cut that nigga in his face at the Carson Avenue train station. Yeah, man. You know, they slandered Fruit with a bunch of lies. Fruit this, fruit that, fruit a pedophile, fruit a woman beater. Nah, man, none of that shit is true about Fruit. But what I'm going to say today about these niggas coming out of 456 is the truth. These niggas was legendary. These niggas was icons in LG. Like, they did what they did coming out of 456. And us growing up in the projects, we were fooled. We were bamboozled and hoodwinked. Because when I went to the penitentiary, I had to deal with, yo, what's up with these niggas? You got beef with these niggas? And I'm going to keep it 100. I came to prison. I went to prison thinking, you know, it is what it is. It's going to be some smoke. These niggas is a potential threat. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be what it's going to be. But when I hit the prisons and I start running into all the OGs, I was hearing shit that was crazy. Yo, you got beef with them niggas? Yeah, this nigga, that nigga. Oh, he told on this nigga. That nigga told on this nigga. I fell in a spot with one dude. And the reason why we were introduced was because we had an issue, both of us, with the nigga Eyes. And I'm like, shout out to the boy Harry, yo. He like, yeah, yo, Eyes testified on me. Testified on me. Yeah, he testified on me. Got me 25 to life. That's my bandit too. That's what we used to call him back in the days. That's my bandit. That's your bandit. I just wanted to put you on point. And I'm saying, damn, I'm sitting here worried about a potential running with a nigga because I'm thinking he a G. And these niggas running around the penitentiary telling me, man, them niggas ain't nobody. That shit fucked me up. It did. I'm keeping it 100 with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it 100 with you. Then when it came to the other bro, Tarzan, it was the same shit. Oh, yo, he told on so-and-so, nigga hit him in Attica for telling. I'm like, wow. So these niggas is known rats. Like they, in the OGs is like, yeah, like, them niggas ain't nobody. Yeah, them niggas take plenty of money, but them niggas will tell on you when you get knocked. Like, that's what they do. And I was fucked up. So that's the history of Eyes and Tarzan coming out of 456, clean and cut to the point. You know what I'm saying? So stop asking me about them two, please. Now we're going to move on to other niggas in 456. I'm going to start with the boy Lil Zeke, man. Oh, my God. Lil Zeke, the car thief. Man, Zeke might be, rest in peace. If he was alive today, Zeke might be my age, maybe a year older than me. But let me tell you, man, Zeke was going to Spofford way before me, man. I went to Spofford in 87 on robbery. Zeke was going to Spofford since like 84. Since he was like 10 years old for stolen cars and shit like that. Let me tell you, man, I watched The Wire and I saw that little kid Donut. I love this character. And all I kept saying was, I know two motherfuckers I grew up with that did that shit. They had to emulate their life. One was little Weeze out of Bed-Stuy. Weeze was a beast with it. But little Zeke and LG, the car thief, man, Zeke been riding cars and Jeeps and shit since he was 10. Zeke was the man. Like, I see Zeke jumping out of big car-ass cars when he was 12. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Zeke was selling cars to the drug dealers when he was 13. Like, Zeke was wild for the night, man. And I don't really have a history with Lil Zeke in the street because the nigga stayed locked up. If Zeke wasn't locked up, I was. And he started going early. I mean, Zeke was going early. Like, you'll see Zeke one summer and then don't see him for 2 summers. When we was babies, like, Zeke was out there. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Lil Zeke, man. I never had an up-close and personal relationship with Lil Zeke because of him in and out of jail, me in and out of jail. And I really didn't fuck with his building like that when we was kids. When I started hanging around in 456, Zeke was in jail some motherfucker way up north doing a state bid probably. But Zeke came home during my bid. and he lost his life. And if I'm not mistaken, he lost his life in 456 in the lobby. Don't quote me on that. I got to do my research. But I think Zeke got killed in the building. 456 was a motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? And I keep telling y'all, my case transpired in front of 456. Rest in peace to Lakeisha Shondell Me. My case transpired from 456. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, light-skinned Zach. Zach got his head blown off in front of 456. Like 456 was crazy, man. A lot of motherfuckers got robbed in the lobby in 456 when Little John and Black Knowledge and all the motherfuckers from Sumner, Diesel and them was coming through booking niggas. It was in 456 lobby, son. 456 was notorious. You know what I'm saying? Notorious. Word. Hey, yo, I can't stop talking about Elton. Rest in peace to Elton, man. I told y'all, right? Elton was a gay, tranny individual, but he was a G. And Elton was in the 6 building with me in 91, right? So, you know how adolescents be fucking with the adults. I was fucking with Mitch Green at the time. And then you had a group of little shorties who was fucking with the homosexual men in the homo unit. They kept fucking with them, right? So the dudes were scared of the adolescents and they ran to Elton. Yo, them fucking adolescents. Ooh, ah, ooh. He was like, what? My little cousin over there. Oh, here we go. Now I know Elton. I'm not your little cousin. Elton no little badass fruit. Man, Elton ran down on all the adolescents and told them niggas, man, I'm going to have my little cousin fruit. Ooh, this, that, the third, right? And at the time, Hardhead Eric. Shout out to my boy Hardhead Eric over Grand Ave. Eric was in the 6 building with me. And Eric was an adult with Elton. So I see Eric in the hallway. He like, yo, Elton looking for you. I'm like, why, what's up? He like, man, Elton running around telling niggas you his nephew and you his little cousin and some shit. And tell them adolescent niggas to leave them boys alone. I was like, oh man, wait till I see this nigga Elton. So I'm huffing and puffing like I'm upset, right? Now I told you Elton is a G, and I learned early. You don't want to get into the fisticuffs with these dudes. So I see this nigga Elton. I'm like, yo, Elton, what's up? He like, fruit, what up? I'm like, yo, Elton, man, what's up? He like, yo, the adolescent niggas. Ooh. I was like, all right, but yo, Elton, you can't be telling these niggas I'm your little cousin. He like, why not, nigga? Never mind. Do what you want. Word to mother. Elton was a G. Rest in peace to Elton. And Lil Gary, man. Yo, Gary a funny nigga. Now, see, Gary Zeke, big brother. I think Gary was younger than Elton, but older than Zeke and Cooley. All out of 456. Rest in peace to their mama Rita. So, motherfucking Gary as well. No, everybody know little Gary, man. I've been running to niggas up north. Yo, what's up, little G from your projects? I didn't have a history with Gary because Gary was older than me. And Gary, if you thought Oz, Tarzan, and Zeke stayed in jail, Gary stayed in jail, man. So I don't have no real history with Gary LG other than he was wild for the night, little crazy black nigga who stayed in jail for Midtown robberies. That's all I can say about it. In the 80s, Gary came home in 90 for a hot second. Got locked up. Gary used to call the payphone every day. Yo, I'm in this building. I got the Allen on smash. That was his favorite word. Smash. Me and my boy Sleep used to answer the payphone. Yo, Gary on the phone. Yo, what up? He used to be like, yo, we in this building. We got this shit on smash. It's like, you think Gary crazy. I ran into Gary in 98 in Sullivan. He was keep lock. When I first got there, he got to some shit. He was keep lock. I sent him some food. They boarded him out to jail. A year later, me and Gary was together again in Attica, 8 block. And, you know, it's 99. I'm in these mountains. I'm bidding. I'm doing me. And remember, he the OG from the hood. He wasn't the OG to me, man. He was just a little wild, reckless little nigga running around the yard. And I was like, damn, what the fuck happened to Gary? Gary fell off crazy. You know what I'm saying? But yo, it is what it is. I watched that shit. So Gary's still Gary, but I was looking at him in a different light in the mountains. Just like I was looking at the other niggas in a different light in the mountains. Because I'm telling you, man, we was fooled in them streets. growing up in the hood, looking up to niggas, and they wasn't who they claimed to be. They wasn't, son. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not sitting here throwing shit on niggas. I'm not sitting here slandering niggas. Although I could, although I should, but I'm not. I'm just telling you the truth and the facts. Nothing I'm saying is cap. Harry O was sentenced to 25 to life because eyes testified on. I forgot the big homie that Tarzan did that shit too. But I did meet his brother. Super G was his brother. And Tarzan told on the nigga big brother, and the nigga hit Tarzan in Attica. Like, I'm keeping it real with you, son. And y'all, yo, why you don't talk about these niggas? This is why. This is why. So now when I do mention these things, am I a hater? Am I a hater? Or am I being truthful? It's food for thought, bro. You know what I'm saying? 450 WIC was a hell of a thing, man. Then you had Mike the Cop. Oh, my God. 88, 89 shunt. Mike the Cop, his beat was DeKalb Avenue, right? So he was 456. That was the spot. That park. All types of shit. Now, 89 was a hectic summer for me. I was in and out of Sparvic, mad cases. I ain't fuck with Mike the Cop. I stayed the fuck away from that nigga. He stayed chasing me and Butter Rattle Project. He stayed chasing them Bedford Avenue niggas down there, Saquon and all the niggas. He stayed chasing niggas. He was on niggas' heels. And that was used to frustrate him. Because when niggas wasn't dirty, yo, Mike, what up? He'd get close to niggas. When niggas was dirty, niggas peel on him. He couldn't catch it. I don't think Mike ever made an arrest in LG. Word. But I used to turn around and see Mike in 456 Park shooting hoops in his uniform. The fuck? Yeah, niggas was bugging. Mike the Cop playing ball. But what really fucked me up with Mike the Cop is this. Yo, shout out to my boy Sleepy, man. I told you we called the nigga Sleep because the nigga be half sleep, right? But he be wide awake and fully conscious of everything going on. Now, 456 was the spot. Sleep lived in that building. And when we was hustling, Sleep had, you know, when you live in the building, you got a mailbox key. Sleep used to have his jacks in the mailbox. So we deep in 456 one day, running our mouth. Niggas is dirty. Niggas selling crack. Sleep the only nigga that live in the building. So he got his shit in the mailbox. We sitting in the building chilling, and the elevator opened. And the nigga Mike the Cop walked out the elevator in his street clothes. He coming from a chick crib. Yeah, Mike the Cop was smashing chicks in 456 too. I ain't gonna put nobody out there, but y'all know what it is. We seen Mike the Cop coming out of people's cribs, man. Word. So Mike come off the elevator. Boom. And when he come off the elevator, everybody was like deers in headlights, like, oh shit. Ain't nobody know what to do. You can't run to the back door because he coming off the elevator because you got to run past him. And we all cannot squeeze out these front door. Niggas is stuck in the lobby like deers in headlights. The only nigga cool as a cucumber is Sleep. Sleep just standing. Mike, like, how y'all guys doing? Everybody, all right, what's up, Mike the Cop? How you doing, Mike? How you doing, Mike? Mike slid up out of there. Mike bounced. Everybody like, oh, shit. Sleep the only nigga cool as a cucumber. So niggas is like, yo, son, who the fuck house he coming from? Yo, Mike fucking with somebody in the building. Yo, we got to be on point. Sleep was sitting there. Sleep said, I seen a nigga when he came in the building. Niggas was like, what? He was like, he fucked with so-and-so on so-and-so floor. I thought y'all knew that. He be here on a regular. We like, nigga, what? You ain't put nobody on point. See, like, and see, I think Steve used to suck his thumb at the time. See, he was like, I thought y'all saw him. Yo, that shit was some funny shit, sir. Mike the Cop. Word, Mike used to be on niggas' heels. Word. We also had another nigga named Barney B. Barney B was black. Barney B was over by 433. I remember that nigga. We used to call the nigga Barney B, like Barney B Jones. Yeah, Barney B. We hated that nigga. We ain't fuck with Barney B. I remember, this is legendary. This ain't got nothing to do with 456 or Mike the Cop, but this is legendary. I remember them Brownville boys brung a motherfucker. Brownsville, East New York boys. They brung a dude to LG. Brung him up in the building like they was going to see somebody. Left him, son. left them. They did it in 433 Bush Building too. And yeah, man, they made everybody with a name in that building hot from Bush on down. If you had a name, your name was ringing, you lived in that building, you was hot. Because they brung the nigga there and parked him. Hit him in the back of his head with something big because his eyeballs came out his face. His nose was in the corner in the exit. It was nasty, son. And it happened early in the morning to the point where somebody was yelling out their window early in the morning, yo, it's a body on my floor. It's like, what? But by the time we all went up there, it was the police, the yellow tape, all that shit. And everybody was trying to identify the nigga by his feet. He had on some black chuckers. Niggas was like, yo, who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that? So we doing a head count. Niggas was like, yo, everybody here, who the fuck is that? Long story short, we never knew who it was. Me and Gary. This is back to 456. Me and Gary sitting in the yard in Attica. We reminiscing about roundaway shit. Oh, why this, that, the third. And my little homie Inf came through. Yo, what up, Shemp? I think Inf was out of the east. Oh, Shemp, how we checking it? He was like, yo, that was the guard. Like, word. Like, yeah, that was the guard. Niggas took him to the project, killed them mobs, a big hoopla. Word. That shit was crazy. But it made me think of it because of Gary. That's what made me think of Barney B, led to that, because Barney B was the cap on the scene for that shit. Yo, this could be any of y'all. Y'all got to stop the violence. Yeah, all right, whatever, man. It's going to be what it's going to be. I'm gripped up. That was a nigga attitude. But it made me think of Gary because me and Gary was sitting in the yard talking about that shit. And Inf rolled up and was like, yo, that was the guard out of the East or Brownsville, one or the other. Yeah, man, fucking Gary. Gary, boy. Gary was a cool motherfucker, man. Like I said, all them dudes is older than me, man. All them dudes is older than me. Even Big Black Pop. I remember on the first floor, James Taylor. I remember seeing Pop running through LG. Pop lived on the first floor. And he had a big family on the first floor, 456. And he was wild for the night. So I always had visits of Pop. Never hung out with him in the street. Stayed away from him because he's a big black, intimidating motherfucker. Ran into Pop in Southport 9-4. Showed me nothing but love, and the niggas around us would let me know your man Pop crazy. Pop was in the box, was damn near killing the nigga in Sing Sing. Nigga tried to grab a knife, Pop cut nigga fingers off. Pop was crazy. 456 boy. Pooh, rest in peace. I gave y'all that. 456 boy. Pooh smooth with it too, man. Pooh smooth with it. I remember when Pooh started getting that paper. Pooh ass start spreading out like Mary J. Blige. Pooh start getting fat on the nigga. Yeah, Pooh start getting fat on the nigga. Pooh was getting that buddy, man. Pooh was a cool motherfucker, man. I ain't never known nobody in LG who had a beef with Pooh. And I ain't never known nobody in LG to say Pooh did some grimy shit to him. Other niggas will tell you they did grimy shit out their own mouth. Pooh, nah, Pooh smooth with it. Word to mother. Rest in peace, Pooh. Here, 456 boy. Then you know we had Mark and Shy Born come out of 456. I already told you, Shy Born was like rap star, drug dealer galore, do what he do. He a 456 boy. And Mark do what he do. But now Mark is a journalist, you know what I'm saying? He's an author, not a journalist. He's an author. He's an activist, you know what I'm saying? He out there doing what he do. But he come up in that 456 ring. Yeah. Mark was running with Top T rocking them niggas 89, had Mike the Cop under pressure. Yeah, Mark and them niggas had Mike the Cop under pressure. Under pressure. A lot of shit went down 89 summer. Mark know what it is, but I ain't gonna put it out there. Mark and them niggas had the police under pressure. Mark Top T rock 89 summer. Decal 456 Park. Let the shots fly. Them niggas had Mike the Cop under pressure. That's all the bullshit. 456 was a hell of a thing, boy. Worked the mother. 450 WIC, boy. Yeah, man. Then you got the chicks that came out of there, man. Tawana, the legendary T-Bone. Tawana, the Gabbana girl herself. Her and her whole clique came out that building, man. Yeah, man. Tawana created so much traffic in 456. It's crazy. It started with Guy Tony and them niggas. No. It started with them 4 Green niggas. He had them 4 Green Clinton Hill niggas coming through. Latif and them niggas. They was coming through. Shout out to them niggas in Clinton Hills on the Murder Web shot. They was coming through early. Then got Tony and them niggas start coming through. Then she had Nick, rest in peace, Nicky Barnes, Booby, and them niggas coming through. Yeah, Cousin and them niggas coming through. Tawana created she created a whole lot of traffic in 456 and LG alone. She put LG on the map. Crazy. No question about it. 456 girl. Yeah, man. 456. Hell of a building, boy. And that park right next to the building, legendary. That's the park where Shim Sean, Rhythm Sean, you know what I'm saying? Mr. C, Big Prince, they threw all the jam shit. And that park, I learned the WAP. Y'all remember the WAP? I think the WAP was like this, right? I learned the Smurf. Y'all remember the Smurf? I learned all that shit right there in 456 Park, bro. I couldn't wait for a jam in that park because it was easy access. Remember, I lived in the front. I had a bedroom window right on decal. I slide out my window, boom, off the roof, run down decal. I stand outside the park and look, watch the jam, make my way in the park, get my little jam on, and back to the building, up decal, up the roof, in the window. My grandmas ain't never know. Yeah, 456 is legendary, man. Legendary. A lot of legendary people come out of that building, man. Like I said, shout out to Rhythm Sean, man. Shout out to Shim Sean. They put hip-hop on the building coming out of 456. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? Big Daddy Kane know what it is. He did a lot of rapping in the back exits of 456. Word to mother. 456 is legendary in LG, bro. Legendary building, son. Legendary. Word. A lot of shit transpired in front of. I even got stabbed in front of that building. Right across the street at the payphone. That's where I got stabbed. I got stabbed in the store. And then Troy, rest in peace, big homie, light-skinned Troy, died at that payphone. All this shit is 456 decal, Sean. 450 WIC, man. Hell of a building. And then I heard, while I was bidding, 97, 98, 99, the big homie Wise had 456 jumping like the Carter. Even Wise lost his life right there in the 456 park. You see what I'm saying? 456 was a motherfucker, boy. Word. I wanted to give 456 their glory, but I was fighting with it, man, because I felt like 456 was trying to villainize me, man. You know what I'm saying? I felt like 456 let this YouTube shit allow them to villainize me when they didn't villainize me for 23 years. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't villainize me for 23 years. For 23 years, we all knew what it was. I think they let YouTube get to them. They saw the lights. They saw the cameras. They heard the voice all over New York fucking with St. Laz. And the first thing they probably thought was some money, man. They thought the nigga was trying to cake up, and then they tried to stop that, or they tried to say they want in. Well, that's what they should have did. Yo, holla, let's do this, let's do that. Because my life story consists of that. You can't tell my life story without implementing that. And we could have did it the right way, and everybody could have been satisfied. Because there's so much I wanted to do with this. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason why there isn't a Lakeisha Shondale May Foundation created by Big Fruit. There's no reason why that's not possible. But with all that crazy shit going on, they hindered all that, bro. The LG story with St. Laz was supposed to open up so many doors, but everybody said, fuck that, Fruit getting all the fame, Fruit getting all the light. We want some of that. When I never came here for my own fame and my light, I always told Laz, we gonna do the Big Fruit story. We gonna talk jail shit, but it's all about LG. I always said that. I always said that. I know who I am. I know my self-worth. I know I'm a big deal. I'll get to me later. But right now, I want to take care of Lafayette Gardens, and I want to give back to my community because I owe. That's why I did episode 4 with St. Laz, or it was episode 4, or maybe 7, when I fired that shot. Go back to the St. Laz channel. St. Laz featuring Big Fruit. when I fired that shot. Listen. Listen. I'm telling you, bro. Other people, other YouTubers, everybody just wanted to get in my mix because it was too much for them. It was too much for them. And I felt like 456, the people in 456 and the people around 456, when they let the motherfuckers come in LG make videos about me and niggas out there lying, I was like, wow. Where the fuck this shit come from? They wasn't doing this shit for 23 years. Like 30 years later now, this shit crazy. And I had to keep my mouth shut because I knew the truth. I said, now, when I attack and fire back and I say all these things, I'm going to be a hater. I'm going to be the villain, the bad guy. Nah. But yet, y'all kept trying me. Yo, what's up with Isaac Tarzan? Yo, what's up with Isaac Tarzan? You ain't going to talk about Isaac Tarzan? Do the right thing, Fruit. They part of LG. I did the right thing. They part of LG's history. Everybody has a past. Everybody has a present. And in the present life, I hope we all are moving forward. I hope we all are no longer holding on to past behaviors and things of that nature. I hope we all grown in progress because we've all getting older. Shit, I'm pushing 50, so them niggas got to be pushing 55 and 60 years old. All them niggas out of 456 because all them niggas older than me. Everybody, Oz, Tarzan, Gary, Cooley. Oh shit, I almost forgot the brother Faney. Shout out to Faney. Faney, a 456 boy. Let me tell you about Faney, man. Faney was one of them niggas. He ain't do too much talking. He ain't fuck with too many niggas other than niggas in 456. But Faney was one of them niggas I always used to say, I bet you Nut won't fuck with that nigga. Because he was one of them quiet, nice size, crazy looking motherfuckers who might scrap. Word, shout out to Faney, man. Shout out to Faney. Faney and Cooley used to be together. Word them up. I remember growing up watching these niggas. All these niggas older than me, man. All of them, every last one of them. Even Sleep. Sleep was my partner. Sleep was older than me. All the niggas older than me. But you got some a few boys out of there, man, that was real low key. My generation. You know what I'm saying? They ain't make too much noise. They wasn't CMB. They wasn't wild for the night, but they was cool dudes. We went to elementary school, junior high school together, and I ain't gonna forget them because they was the quiet boys. And sometimes the quiet boys get forgot, but I ain't forget them. Shout out to Ralph. You know what I'm saying? What was his little cousin name? Was his little brother? Ralph and I think Damien. Ralph and Damien, they was brothers and cousins and shit like that. Shout out to them boys. Shout out to my boy Fish. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, those was the quiet boys of 456, but I remember them. I fucks with them. They was good people. You know what I mean? Word. Shout out to all the chicks in 456 I went to school with. Lil Nishi. Rest in peace, Katrina Felton. She lived in 456, but then she moved to my building. Elementary school friend, Lil Celeste. Yeah, so many of them, man. We all went to school together, man. 456 is a hell of a building, boy. Yeah, there's so many of them in that building. It's so I can't remember them all, but yeah, 456, man. I ain't gonna front. I was feeling some type of way about them, but it is what it is. You got, you can't erase history. So I'm giving you the history of 456, aka the WIC building. Man, that was a hell of a building growing up, bro. Whew. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, that was a hell of a building growing up. Did I leave out anything, man? There's so much shit that went on in that building. Oh, shout out to my man, Big E, Eric Walters, the best big man to ever come out of LG. 456. Yeah. 456. I remember Big E going playing tournaments and other projects, coming back to the projects with MVPs and shit, walking them shits up in 456. Big E, 456 boy. Yeah. Big E was playing with the grown men in LG when he was 14, dunking on them niggas like nothing. Word, Big E. Yeah, 456 boy, man. Yeah, 456, man. Legendary in LG, the WIC building. You can't have DeKalb Avenue in LG without 456, huh? 456 is DeKalb Avenue in LG. There you have it. I said it. Word to mother. Legendary building. Legendary building. Shout out to Black. If I'm not mistaken, rest in peace, shout out to Black. If I'm not mistaken, because Black was a 456 boy. If I'm not mistaken, Black was Pooh big brother. Damn, rest in peace, homies, both of y'all. Black, when I was started hustling in the lobby in 456 back in 90, right? Me asleep. The nigga Black, so he said, he had copped out to a 1-3. Yeah, man, I copped out to a 1-3. I'm about to go up those dudes 1-3. Let me hold shut. No doubt. Yo, Black was in that lobby with us for about a year. Yeah, I'm copped out to this 1-3. But nigga, when you going up north, man? You been saying that shit for a year. Yeah, my lawyer keep postponing that shit. Yo, Black was a funny motherfucker, man. 456 Black. Word, I remember Black, man. Yeah, man, there you have it, man. 456, the WIC building, man. I hope I whet your appetite with that. I know y'all been waiting to hear about Oz and Tarzan. Y'all don't know how hard it was for me to do that because I don't want no smoke. I don't want to be a hater. I don't want to be vindictive. None of that shit. But I gave y'all facts. I gave y'all the truth. I gave y'all what I had. There you have it. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. 456 is legendary. Them dudes is legendary out of LG. It had to be said. I told it. There it is. It's over with. I don't want to hear that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. Shout out to Big Un. You know what I'm saying? Mitchell Rose. Rest in peace. Shout out to One-Arm Shy with the hook. Rest in peace. Shout out to Pool. Rest in peace. Shout out to Light Skin Troy. Rest in peace. Shout out to the big homie Wise. You know what I'm saying? Even the boy, I didn't know him personally, but he was caught up in the Wise shit. I think he got killed in the lobby of 456. The boy Kojak. I don't know him personally, but rest in peace to Kojak. Rest in peace to Lil Zeke. All this is 456 action, man. Rest in peace to Black Pool. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Katrina Felton. 456, man. And I will not leave without saying rest in peace to Lakeisha Shondell May. I will not leave without saying that. And on that note, your boy Big Fruit gonna get up out of here. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of 456, aka 450 WIC. Once again, it's the LG story behind the scenes what we didn't mention. I hope y'all enjoyed this one. Until next time, because I think it's going to be a next time. Like I said, I started off with this going to bring some controversy. So if people choose to respond however they do, I got a hot seat in this motherfucker. This ain't nothing but content. You know what I'm saying? I'm off work for a few days because we doing surgery first thing Monday morning. So I got a whole lot of time on my hands to sit in front of this motherfucking camera and act a fool. So I hope people enjoyed the story and leave the shit alone. Accept the shit that I said and leave it alone. Because I ain't said nothing that ain't been said. It's just some of you've never heard it. And now you're going to get the opportunity to hear it. Like I said before, I'm only going to mention things that the streets already know that you may have forgotten. All I did was remind you. So until next time, salute.